All right, guys. So here we are, and we are going to be diving into Fiverr's level system. And oh my gosh, just today, Fiverr released an update, and they're telling us that as of January 15th, 2008, we will all be getting evaluated on our performances every month and determine our levels accordingly. So that may be changing things up for a lot of people. I really don't know all the details about this and how everything will play out. But what I do know is that you want to give your best service, you want to stay active, and you want to do everything on your part to get good reviews and get a lot of reviews. Because that's going to help you maintain your sales and your revenue amounts. Because now Fiverr didn't used to have it had a level where you were supposed to a requirement for how much you were supposed to make to achieve each level. But now I don't know how that will change with the manual reviews every month, if those will be fluctuating, so that, some people can become top sellers this month and then they're not top sellers the next month. I'm not 100% sure. I think that's what they're going after. So I think they kind of want to share the wealth a little bit more. Maybe that's what their attempts are. So I'm not 100% sure. We're going to have to see. But I do want to warn you guys that may be the reality of it. So it may be, you have to earn that top seller status every month. That may be what it'll be from now on. I'm not 100% sure. So, as a newbie seller, here are your requirements and your benefits. So you get 7 active gigs. You do have to be active in order to even reach level 1. You got to be active for at least 60 days. And you can have 2 gig extras. So you have your basic gig, and then you get a $10 extra and a $20 extra as a newbie seller. And people can order up to 5 quantities of your gig. And then you still get to have custom offers, which did not used to be available as a newbie. So they've opened that up, and your earning clearance is 14 days instead of, I believe, 3 or 7. I'm not 100% sure. But I think they expanded that a little bit more. Also, so for level 1, to become a level 1, you have to complete at least 60 days as an active seller on Fiverr. You have to complete at least 10 individual different orders, and you have to earn at least $400. So they have started making these things more, like you have to earn more money to level up now. You have to maintain a 4.8 star rating over the course of 60 days. And of course, you need to keep your response rates at least 90% or higher for 60 days. You have to have your order completion rates at least 90%. And also your on-time deliveries have to be at least 90% over all of those 60 days. And you have to avoid receiving any warnings over the course of 30 days. So they are making it a little bit more challenging, but they're upping the competition because there's so many sellers on there and that offer really great service. So they're kind of going, you need to put your A game up, you need to step up your game and make sure that if you want this top seller status, you got to earn it, right? So the benefits that you get as a level 1, you get 10 active gigs. So you get 3 more gigs, you get 4 gig extras, you get a 10, 20, and a 40, and people can order up to 10 multiples or 10 quantities of your gigs. And then of course you still get your custom offers, and the earning clearance is still 14 days. And then as a level 2, this is where things really start to pick up in sales, because people just love working with those top levels. Like, they love seeing those badges. So you have to complete at least 120 days as an active seller on Fiverr. You have to complete at least 50 individual orders and earn at least $2,000. So they've really bumped that up. That is probably the biggest change of all. So now, again, I don't know if that means per month now or if that just means you have to at least earn $2,000 and then you can be considered. I know that's one of it for sure. You know, you at least have to earn that much and then you're going to be considered. But I don't know now with those manual reviews every month if that means you have to earn that every month. That would be a lot if that were the case, because I know top sellers who don't even break $2,000. So we will see. But with that being said, you have to maintain a 4.8 star rating over the course of 60 days. Again, keep your response rates high, your completion rates high, and your delivery times high, or your on-time deliveries high, and receive any warnings for at least 60 days. And of course, when it comes to your benefits, you get 20 active gigs now. So that's a lot, right? You get way more earning potential. And you get 5 gig extras up to $50. People can order up to 15 quantities of your gigs at a time. And you get to send custom offers up to $10,000, which is pretty amazing. Like, I actually, when I was first started selling on Fiverr, I had to find clever ways that I could take people off of Fiverr just so I could be able to charge them more, because we didn't have all these gig packages and all that stuff. So now that they offer, you know, that you can do custom offers up to $10,000, that is huge. That's a huge moneymaker. For, you know, if you want to be able to do a monthly service or whatever, that's pretty awesome. You also get priority customer support, and you're eligible to be featured in promotional listings. I've had that done for me a few times. If you're a bestseller, like if you provide really popular gigs, that happens quite often. You're also eligible for the customer success program. I'm not too familiar with that. I think that's a newer thing. But what I think that is where you are featured either in Fiverr's promotional materials. I'm 99% sure that's what that's all about. And I've been asked to do that a couple times, but my materials never got chosen for actually being on their promotions. But you are eligible for that once you reach level 2, and then you still have an earning clearance of 14 days. And so once you finally reach the much desired top level seller, then the one thing that I do want to say is that this isn't guaranteed. So just because you make all of these requirements does not necessarily mean that you will become a top seller or a top rated seller guaranteed, because you have to be manually voted by an editor to become a top rated seller. However, I can say from speaking from experience that if you do all of these things, you will be much more likely to become a top rated seller. Fiverr's pretty good at wanting to promote their people because they know that it makes them more money as well. So with that being said, the requirements to become a top rated seller are you have to complete at least 180 days as an active seller. So there's not even a way to get around that 6-month mark. Like, you have to be on Fiverr for at least 6 months and deliver really great service. You have to complete at least 100 individual orders and have earned at least $20,000 now. I don't remember what the old amount used to be. I think maybe it used to be 15. But they've bumped that up now. You have to maintain at least a 4.8 star rating over the course of 60 days. And of course, your response rate's high, your order completion's high, on-time deliveries, just like all the rest. And you have to avoid receiving any warnings over the course of 6 months. I personally have never received a warning. But again, I try to follow all of Fiverr's TOS and all of their rules. So I have never really had a problem with that. The benefits you get 30 active gigs as a top seller. I'm going to play around with that and create more gigs and see if I can actually get some of these like more miscellaneous things to rank higher with some of the tips. I've just never done that. I always stayed in my personal little niche. I did it for a few other gigs like writing, but those are pretty closely related still. So I'm going to play around with that. I'm going to like go and make as many gigs as I can and see if I can still boost up this old account that I have and start ranking in other categories as well. And I encourage you to do the same. Make as many gigs as you can, because you never know. Like I said, I've played around with making, I think I made, the most I've ever made was 20 different gigs. And I left them run for a few months, but half of them didn't perform. But again, you can always go back and create new gigs. You can delete those old ones, create new ones, and see what happens. You might have some more that end up ranking really well and getting you sales. So you can double or triple your income. You get up to 6 gig extras, up to $100. And that means, so if you wanted to, you could charge, like you could have 6 or 5 different gig extras, because you have to have one basic gig that's like a lower amount. And then you could do $100, $100 extra, $100 extra, $100 extra. So that means you could earn up to like $600 extra dollars per gig, if you wanted to, and people actually bought that. That's huge earning potential is all I'm trying to say. And then people can go ahead and order up to 20 quantities of your gig, and you can send custom orders up to $10,000. You get VIP customer support. As a top seller, I get my support questions answered within 12 to 24 hours usually. And again, you have these same eligibilities for the promotional listings and the success program. And the biggest difference outside of course of how many gigs you can have in your gig extras is your earning clearance is only 7 days. All the rest of these levels are 14 days. So that's you can get paid out a lot quicker when you become a top rated seller. So that is everything in a nutshell. If you guys have any questions when it comes to definitions, simply come here to www.fiverr.com/levels. And that will give you all of these definitions. But everything's pretty straightforward, I think. Promotional listings, that was the only thing and here. One of Fiverr's success managers will help you grow your business and optimize your account. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, with all the tips that I'm giving you here today, I'm sure that you guys are going to be more than optimized, because I am a top seller, and I became a top seller without having their customer success program. So let's see how far we can get you guys. I know you guys are going to just knock it out the park with these things, because they're simple techniques and they're simple little things to do. But again, so many people don't do all of them, so they miss out on a lot. But if you do all of them together, it adds up to a big thing, right? Little things add up to a big thing. So with that being said, that is the Fiverr level system. I am so glad I got to catch you guys up on all of this, and I'm glad that just today they changed this so while I was making this video, so that way you guys are on the cutting edge of knowing what you need to do to become a top rated seller now on Fiverr going into 2018 and beyond. So with that being said, let's dive into the next video. And so with that being said, let's dive into the next video, which is all about Fiverr's commissions and why 20% is more than fair.